Yes, you can sell overseas. End of video. Just kidding. But legal permission isn't the constraint most businesses hit. The real question is whether your business is structurally built to do so without creating more problems than it solves. Direct export means selling straight to an overseas customer without using an agent, distributor, or intermediary. According to business.gov.uk, it's the lowest friction starting point for most UK businesses. There's no special license required for most goods and services. The legal route is open. But legal access and operational viability are two different things. Most businesses that struggle with overseas selling don't fail on permission, they fail because their model wasn't built to absorb the friction that distance can create. There are three conditions that separate businesses that can export profitably from those that just create operational drag trying. First, can your fulfillment travel without you? If you deliver a service remotely or ship a physical product via a logistics partner, you probably pass this test. If your delivery model requires you or your team to be physically present, you don't. A consultancy that runs workshops remotely passes. A business that depends on on-site installation doesn't, not yet. Second, does your margin survive a cost increase of roughly 15 to 20%? Currency movement, international shipping, customs compliance, and longer payment terms all add cost. They're not edge cases, they're the new default. If your current margin is already thin, overseas sales will compress it even further before you see any volume benefit. Third, is there already a signal of overseas demand without you actively creating it? An inbound inquiry from another country, a customer who found you without a referral, traffic from overseas to your site. If your demand is already finding you, the market is telling you something. If you would need to build demand from scratch in a new market, the timeline and cost are considerably higher. All three conditions don't need to be perfect, but they need to be present. And the risks here are not hypothetical. Cost increases from currency exposure, shipping, and compliance overhead are the new default experience and not the exception. Regulatory complexity varies by market and product category. Some goods require an export license. Tax treatment changes when you cross borders, including VAT rules on goods, exports, and potential obligations in destination countries. Timelines are also a real constraint. First overseas revenue rarely arrives quickly. A business that enters an overseas market expecting fast returns while its domestic model is under pressure is likely to find that international ambition creates drag rather than growth. The ONS data shows only 22% of UK firms with 10 or more staff exported in the last 12 months up to 2025. That's not a confidence gap. For many, it's a structural one. So here's a decision rule. If all three conditions are in place, fulfillment can travel without you, margin can absorb a 15 to 20% cost increase, and overseas demand is already finding you, the case for exploring export is sound. Pursue it. But if none of those are true, fix the domestic model first. International ambition on shaky domestic base just creates drag, not growth. If one or two conditions are partially in place, don't commit fully yet. Identify the specific gap. Is it margin, fulfillment, demand? Fix that first, then revisit. If that was of value, subscribe to the channel for one real business question answered every video. For the same clarity in writing, the website and newsletter is at 5minutebusiness.com.